What makes Trespass different than other street art books is that it's not a street art book. It's a book that certainly includes street art and graffiti, but goes beyond that to also address performance, protest, sculpture. And the whole goal of the book was to really look at the context of street art in a much larger historical perspective.
Trespass is sort of a breaking down of boundaries. Every now and then there is a generation of artists which have a far greater populist kind of reach, that they don't really want to preach to the choir.
The beauty of doing something illegal, it's most of the location is you want it, they're not going to give it to you. So taking risks to do stuff like that is on the street. I didn't really was thinking about this. I was trying to do my best to not get arrested.
We were excited when TASCHEN agreed that the topic could be broad, and we were thrilled to work with TASCHEN because of the quality of their books, their history of having amazing images.
One of the most emblematic images in the book is the cover. The classic image was Gordon Maddock Clark doing this piece called Blowout, long time ago, back in the 70s, where he went and he shot out the windows of his building in the Bronx.
We were absolutely thrilled when Banksy not only agreed to write the introduction for the book, but wrote such a wonderful introduction, a very funny introduction, and an introduction that, without question, sets the tone for the pages that are to come.
One of the interesting things about the book is that it's organized by theme. It's not organized chronologically or by artists. So we have themes like public memory, private secrets, or rules of the game. And in each of those chapters, we've combined protests, intervention art, street art, graffiti, really a smorgasbord of interventions that capture the theme of trespass.
I really love Duke Riley's project, in which he made a submarine called the Turtle, and he floated it out into New York Harbor, and it slowed the progress of the Queen Elizabeth II. And the Coast Guard got really upset and not only took Duke under custody, but rammed the boat trying to destroy it, which it's not destroyed, it is preserved.
One of my favorite pictures in Trespass is of Philippe Petit crossing the high wire between the towers. And what I love about the photograph is you wouldn't expect a book to have Philippe Petit and Fail and Banksy all in one book.
I do think that Lee was one of the first of the graffiti artists to use handball courts, for example, and he saw those as big blank spaces, perfect for like canvases, and they were perfect city canvases.
There's a whole subculture of guerrilla gardeners out there. A great example is Tijuana Gardens, who is a woman who's planting flowers in the potholes on the main road in Tijuana to beautify the neighborhood.
I think the common thread among all the artists in the book, no matter what they were doing, is that their urge to do it was more powerful than any kind of rule or regulation against doing it.
You take the risk to put stuff on the street, you can get arrested. You take the risk to see your piece being damaged on the next day. You take the risk to put the piece on the wrong spot. You know, it's always something. So you're never going to please, and also you take the risk to put something where many people is not going to like it. So you can have a ton of problem just to putting stuff on the street.
You know, there's a bit of trespass in all of us. And the thing that's so great about these artists, it's not for the sake of trespassing. Of course, there's a thrill that we all admire in looking at these artists, especially a thrill because so many of them are brave. But they're also doing it because there's a poignant reason to do it, because they believe in free speech, because they believe in our democracy, and because there are issues that they feel are important to tackle. So to me, so many of these artists are not, in fact, vandals, but they're heroes.